Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Panzer Corps 2. We're playing the center campaign now, which we're playing the scenario of Kiev. So there are a couple of guys around Kiev that decided to go on counterattack, but with these auxiliary forces, I think we should hopefully be able to, deal with them. There we are. There's one infantry that might attack the recon. That's fine. Let's protect these guys at least. Alright, we got this river crossing. And we secured this river crossing as well. They should not get any supplies through here. And I would really like to move further towards Poltava, but that's just something that I can do. And these guys tried to get in there and get a bit frisky, but yeah, that was naturally not going to work. So I'll have to show them their place. If I go in here with the recon and attack, I have absolutely no clue where they're going to retreat to. Maybe there? I think it's worth it to check it out, actually. Okay, just there. Well, they would surrender now, so with a weak attack can now finish them off. Or not. Okay. Well, I'd rather not take any more damage. I'm actually fine with using the Stug here though. Just to snoop off a little bit more. But it seems like everything is just murdering this unit, so I might just as well kill them off. And almost unfortunately get a surrender. Well, at least we get some of them. That's fine. Alright, so if I want to surround these guys, it will cost me another turn for sure. Because what I need to do is, if I get a recon in here... No, basically I need to get the recon in here anyway, because otherwise it just simply won't work. Finish this off, then we'll block this and this. Then I need at least one unit in here. And a unit... Yeah, I would need more units then. At least one on this bridge too. Here and here. Question is, do I have time for that though? I'll already do that next turn, so in that sense we're probably fine. Yeah, why not? Meanwhile, I'll just start with de-entrenching these. They've proven themselves to be not very active, so I might just as well start going there with a couple of guys. I will use 2 artillery for this endeavor, while the rest of my units moves on. So in order to at least, kinda unfortunately have to put the Panzer there while crossing, just to get that second artillery in a good safe spot. You can never reach there, right? Yeah. Alright, let's start transferring some of these. As long as I'll stay above 3,000, I think some critical units can be... oh, it's full now. Okay. Replaced. Or repaired, that is. Oh, right, we had these guys. Well... I can still do this. There we go. Alright, that's fine for now. Let's just go and take a look. So they do have anti-aircraft and some other units there. Again, I'd rather cross there. But yeah, I think maybe I should use another unit besides the bridging pioneers then. Like just some infantry. Alright, I didn't handle that very well, but we got it. So it would be impossible to attack there. This is probably for the best. They should still get the penalty from the river. So I think just defending like that is probably a good idea. Yeah, sure. Oh, they have some artillery there, huh? Right. There we go. And going after some of them is just clearly not super useful. It is for the heavies and for the second anti-tank gun, but you know, these guys just need to be finished off. Clean and simple. They'll go to 8. Now, I still don't think that even these guys would move, but I'm also still going to bomb them. Then better to put the fighter in there. In hindsight. Okay. Well, I don't think the enemy has that many air forces left anyway. That is overrun. So you cannot take a further look. That's a shame, because I'd like to spot at Sumi though. What am I going to do against that? Well, the enemy is surely not going to get fighters all the way out there. So, because of that, it might possibly be worth it to try and cross here anyways. Although I fear a counterattack would be immediately coming and harassing me to no end. Yeah, that's really no good. Even if me crossing in that area would be a bit problematic. I think I'll be fine. Yeah, you guys are just staying there for now. Seems like they're not gonna attack there anymore. What I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna move this guy there too, because it can still exert a zone of control. Oh, no. I went too fast. Alright. That finishes off the heavies. And yeah, let's just see if there are some enemy units that are willing to attack now. But I think we're already quite safe, and it means that I can already retreat some units back. I don't see them attacking with anything else again, but well, who knows. No, no, no. Alright, just get a little bit closer. I'm just too curious. Nothing, just some repairs, fine. Oh, you can't split on rivers. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just push them onto the river then. And from there, finish them off, of course. What are your odds anyway? Pretty high even. Alright, well, no matter. It's of little consequence. Alright, that never works. Alright, let's just use you then. Push them out there. Take this. Finish them off. Okay, Sumi itself is relatively empty. So, from this region, from this, the first thing I need to do is I need to get a unit in here. And that can be a relatively weak unit. Well, I'll just move everything down for now. My plan is still in the exceptionally early stages. Alright, so you get zone of control here. If I put a unit in here, they will get zone of control over this hex and this hex. So I'll put them in here. That's the second one. Where are the bridge engineers? So they will still take some time. Actually, they are not doing very well. Alright, I'm just gonna go out and say that they cannot spot that. So Despite me not having any bridge engineers, I'm probably safe. Probably. And everything should go a lot faster once I... Can't even use my Air Force. Alright. Let's also take you guys and you. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of enemy Air Force at this stage anymore anyway. What I will do... Yeah, it's actually useless to put any of those units around there. Alright. So this is fine. You are going there, there. Then I have a unit here. Takes care of this hex. This hex. And then if I put you here, these 3 units should be enough. Meaning that I can start using my other units as a means to get more coverage over everything. And since my air forces, well, I can actually use the fighter to soften them up. Not particularly amazing, but it works. The heavies can move a lot further than the recon, so I'll just use the recon here. There we go. Oh, you guys don't have any trucks, huh? Alright. But... yeah, we're fine there. It's unfortunate that we can't move through the fog at this stage, but I can handle it. Bridge engineers take so long that they've outlived their usefulness there. Okay. Time for the actual river crossing. And again, I want to do a bit of spotting. Okay, fair enough. It seems safe. Safe enough. I could have handled this a lot better. But you know, it does get the job done ultimately, so let's not keep hanging in mistakes of the past for too long. Alright, so now let's just put you here then. Although if I can move them in here, then they will have coverage here and here, and then these guys can nicely move into the forest and still be safe. And I think I might like that better. So these guys here, and then those over there. And then I can even use the tank further in the back. Still not spotted, maybe. This is a clear hex, so that's good. Yeah. Can I do Control Z again? Is that a thing? Or Shift Z? Yeah. Shift Z, Shift Z. Shift C for you and you and you. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I already thought there would be no way that they would go all the way down there. Ah, okay. Well, let's start going after the guys at Sumi. Now this thing, I believe, can actually go into anti-tank mode. Or not. Oh. Alright. It doesn't say it has that ability, whereas for a unit like this, I think it does say like, hey, oh no, this one. Or not? Okay, it doesn't say, but I do think that they can switch. I have to be careful. It means that ideally I will take Sumi on this turn. They have a vision of 2. So crossing here, still relatively safe. Okay, let's attack them, push them out. And now I should be able to hopefully finish them off with the bomber. That would secure it. Now I have to do it with the fighter. That's much more dangerous, and it does look like I can't even. Oof, okay, that's exceptionally lucky. Now again, it will be interesting to see whether they are going to go and move here and attack, because according to the developers, they should not be able to see that, but I am highly skeptical of that statement. We'll see. So this is empty. That does make it quite easy, and then I only need to go and spot that. In fact, I'm now so close that it's actually no use. Oh, you cannot rebase over there? It's like too far or something? That's weird. Yeah, I don't really care that much about what's here. But they do have more airplanes. Could potentially be dangerous, but I want to scout out this area. That's basically what I wanted. Well, that's... yeah, let's actually cover them. I know that these guys... oh, that's the bomber? Okay, well, let's do this. Alright. Like, these units can still be seen, and that's a bit unfortunate. Like, if they want, they can use this SU-2 to wreak havoc, but I don't know when that unit would become active. Okay, so they did not move on this. Well, now I can move them down there. Well, that is what I wanted. I think I could have done this a lot faster. Oh well. Alright. First of all, I think it's pretty important to establish what needs to be done here. So, I need to have a unit on this here hex in order to maintain control over this here line, which is fine. I can actually relatively easily put an infantry in there, or this anti-aircraft. I'll put that there. Meanwhile, the rest of my units will continue. I need to take the city, so what I'll do, get you in there. Then, okay, great. Because I need to remain invisible here. That's the thing. Right. Right. Naturally, this is quite tricky, or at least pretty dangerous. All right. Yeah, like I said, I will put something like that in there, and then these can move quite freely. So having a unit in here at least extends it over here, so that I need to put the next unit onto this hex in here for the zone of control to work. There we go. And the rest of my units gets to move on, pretty much. Let's see if this allows it to cross. Doesn't. Well, that's still fine. I don't think I'll be able to manage it on the next turn, but surely on turn 12. I think I could have probably encircled everything by turn 10 already, but I messed it up. Well, that's what happens when you play blindly. Right, you still need to go back though. So they have this covered. This doesn't give supply. This and this is stuck. And then I'm too afraid to put a unit there at least this turn. If it reveals that they don't have any vision there, then I'm okay. I should not be seen once again. Let's take a look. There we go. Okay, so they do have an anti-aircraft. That is technically fine. Okay, well, first thing I can do is move you in here. Now, these have a movement of 5 and these guys as well, so I'm not gonna make it 3, yeah, exactly, because that will extend, at least not this turn. Because you need to move up here then, up till here. So I need a unit in here, which can only extend this far. Well, let's see actually. Right. Say that, yeah, now I can, with this unit here, extending its movement over here, or its zone of control here, you can move all the way up here, which allows these guys to move on up in here, which allows them to be moving up in here. So then by putting a tank in there, that has it covered all through this, and then putting you in here should have done it, I think. Or did I miss something? This is no supply. Do they still have a supply center? Oh yeah, they have Poltava itself. I need to take Poltava. Okay, I completely missed that. That's okay. Alright. Time to get busy then. Okay. They have some form of a counter-offensive there, huh? Well, ain't that just dandy. Alright, that means that it's gonna take a bit more time. I need to keep these guys out of vision as well, but ideally I'll take Poltava on the next turn. Alright, well the first thing that at the very least comes to mind is that I need, yeah, you guys are already fine, so I can just move further ahead with about anything. And they can't go around there, so I'm safe to put these in there. I need at least a unit in that hex, and let's get this artillery here. So these guys are likely gonna attack something, maybe like the Panzer 2C. Who knows? But I still can't use my Air Force. So turn 12 it's going to be. Alright, I did indeed move everything. Maybe they'll remain. No, they're indeed actually going after... Oh, the Pioneers, huh? Well, that's also good for me, I suppose. Why would you go after the flame tank? That's just really dumb. No, that's a good ambush. A shame that I can't make it surrender now, that's for sure, but at least that did work. Alright, I do need to use the flame tank against those guys though. Right. First, let's attack there, finish them off. Don't care that much for the airfield. I'm also not sure whether units in trucks still exert a zone of control. Both Pioneers, so they both cannot attack that. I think these guys can be easily remedied by Panzer 4D. Okay, that does help a bit. Now, might just as well attack here too, just to try and get them out. Although they do have too much entrenchment, so that won't work. Yeah, I'm afraid I'll have to wait till the next turn again. Alright, well that's fine. Then the Grenadiers will go out here. Let's get these guys. Definitely don't mind at least taking the airfield. I can rebase a couple of guys there. Ah, well, it already worked apparently. Well, this was my plan. Yeah, practically just encircling the entire map. Alright, now the enemy should slowly but steadily get crushed everywhere. Oh yeah, because I have a zone of control around Poltava. That's actually a good strategy, huh? Alright, so as long as I make sure that I keep this encirclement going as well, I can start getting out there. And start making that encirclement smaller. Alright, that doesn't mean that the enemy has been beaten. But it surely does help. And like I said, as long as I at least maintain the encirclement, that is most important. I can actually move you here. This is fine. But these need to stay here for now, and they actually these can move back. Because what I need is you there. This allows the recon to block this. It's tricky though, they can see that now. Yeah, let's not do that. It's too crazy. However, let's move you there. And the bridge pioneers ultimately were completely useless, but that's fine. Thought I Control Z does. Actually, I shouldn't Control Z you guys, because they will be probably used to encircle. Alright. And the AI did nothing. Alright, let's start boxing them in. So I never want to lose the encirclement at any point, because the enemy gets a lot of penalties for staying within the encirclement, which can be seen here, to the point where they can do absolutely nothing over the course of the next couple of turns. So because this does not allow them supply, I now at the very least need a unit in here too, because then they link up with the recon here. And that means that now this part should be going away, I think. Or not. Well, we'll see. Like I said, as long as I'm able to keep the encirclement going, let's just take Poltava for the sake of it, just in case. I thought I was supposed to get 150, or Poltava is not. Oh no, it's not that. I don't have victory X there, it's just destroy all units. Right. Okay, so now technically I get to move up to the river. I think that's fine here for this turn. They will have been encircled for 2 turns after this. I'm not actually going in there for now. Okay. Now at this point, moving you into this X is fine. They've only been encircled for 1 turn, so for now I don't want to do anything that's too crazy yet. You know, the AI might still have some tricks up its sleeve. See, and attacks like this are not good yet, so I'll use this opportunity just to position myself. I wonder if the same happens to the enemy air force, if the airfield is encircled, whether that has an impact as well. I wonder indeed. Okay, let's take this a step further. All the way up here first. And okay. So the problem is, well, any unit that they have, like say a tank, will be suppressed at least for 6 and will have a 15% penalty on the next turn. They will be completely suppressed on the next turn. And I can get all the way here without tarnishing the encirclement. Only 1 damage, but alright, I'm just moving them in here so that they can go around the encirclement on the next turn. It's a lot of artillery. I have to be careful not to lose the encirclement, like I said before, because I really need that penalty as well. I think, I mean, if they're completely without suppressed, then it's fine, and I don't care if they're at 15 out of 15 suppressed. You know, they're not gonna do anything anyway at that point. But I think it's. Quite critical to keep the encirclement going for now. So because they will always have yeah. Good. That effectively allows me to move the artillery now. There. And it goes all the way, yeah. And also the Panzer. Technically. Because these infantry maintain control. They'll be suppressed for 6, which I find a bit too risky to attack at the moment. Although with that backup we might be okay. As for Air Force, I still don't particularly see any need to move them. Except for you. The Junkers 88 will be, I think, very useful in putting them there. And yeah, sure, okay. Fair enough. Now at this stage, again, I also think you can again move 1 hex further. Doesn't help that much, but that's okay. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here though. I want to thank you for watching. Do hope you enjoyed it, and I will finish up in the next episode. Yeah, so like I said, thanks, take care, see you next time. Bye bye.